Well, it's not very often that I find myself in the news, being more used to talking about the news in Thailand. But I have to confess that I'm not altogether surprised to, to find myself appearing in I-law freedom and in Prachatai, which I'll show you in a moment. It's another lèse majesty arrest, okay, and it relates to. Let me just show you here. It relates to somebody called Thanet. Okay, now this has been appearing in the news. Okay, it's somebody who's been remanded in custody. He's been accused of lèse majesty, as you can see, and well, apparently, according to the junta in Thailand, whom I've been criticising very heavily, Thanet was accused that he sent an email to an Englishman. They're referring to me, Emilio Esteban, of course, with a link to some content that seemed to be So they have decided that the link which Thanet sent me seems to be defamation to the king and the heir. Okay, now I have to tell you, I've got absolutely no idea. Which article they're referring to. Okay, I've looked at my emails to see if there was a message from Thanet from 4 years ago. But as you can imagine, I've changed my email since then, and I haven't kept a record of my emails or anything. So I certainly haven't found anything, but I believe that this latest attack on someone who's completely innocent by the junta, okay, is politically motivated. It's very clearly another political use of this law. Okay, now I just want to show you the article in Prachatai. Okay, so I can explain a few things to you if I can find it. Just give me a second. Okay, this is the article that has appeared in Prachatai, the English edition of Prachatai. Okay, now according to the article, Thai police hacked into my email about 4 years ago. Okay, but they haven't acted on that for 4 years. Okay, so they've sat on this for 4 years. Now, at the time, they said that there were links between myself and, well, Suicha Thakur and Natsaria Pompesus. Okay, now I said it at the time and I'll say it again. Okay, neither Nat nor Suicha ever sent me any information that was defamatory to anybody. Okay, the exchanges with Suicha and Nat were via email, and I correspond with a lot of people via email because I'm an advisor to the Thai Alliance for Human Rights. Okay, so people write to me and they just send me information about articles, interesting articles or whatever. It's not like anybody was sending me gossip or defamatory stuff. I mean, the junta has accused the organizers of the Thai Alliance for Human Rights of being guilty of lèse majesty, okay, because of a video they posted on YouTube. So it should be no surprise to anybody that they're accusing me of being involved in something like this, because of course I am an advisor to the Thai Alliance for Human Rights, and people should appreciate that. Now, Suicha Thakur happened to be like writing to me about 4 years ago, but the junta said that he was uploading videos onto YouTube, and that's what he was accused of. Okay. It just so happened that I was exchanging emails with Nui, but he never on any occasion sent me anything or criticized anybody. Okay. We just exchanged articles, newspaper articles. And exactly the same situation with Nat. Nat never said anything that I didn't know already, or said anything critical about anyone in particular. Okay, and if he did criticize somebody in the royal family, lèse majesty law didn't apply, because whatever he may have said didn't apply to anybody that was protected by lèse majesty law. And he certainly didn't send me any videos, because I don't accept videos from people over the post. I can find my own videos, and I've already got most of them anyway. Nat didn't send me anything via email, and he certainly didn't send me any lèse majesty material. It just so happens that that I was corresponding with Nat and with Suicha, but there was no conspiracy, and there was no link to any illegal activity. The junta says that these activities were illegal, but I don't think they are. I don't think that exchanging information with people is necessarily a crime. The latest case, which is Thanet, well, I mean, it was 4 years ago, and according to Prachatai, Thanet sent me an email 4 years ago. I'll speak to you in a moment. About 4 years ago, I have absolutely no recollection of this. Okay, so it's not like it's recent. They've sat on this for 4 years, and as soon as I started making recordings again, they've whipped this out. So I mean, there can't be anybody who doesn't realise that this is politically motivated, and the reason why they're doing this is just precisely because I've started like being critical of the coup. Okay, and it comes at a time when many people are being accused of lèse majesty. Okay, I mean that is the only reason why they're bringing this up now. Thanet wrote to me about 4 years ago recommending a link to an article which was on the internet, and it was probably a perfectly legal article written by somebody or other. And I don't remember if I posted the article on the blog, which doesn't exist anymore. But I don't remember if I posted the article in the blog. But what I do know is that people have every right to write to me. They have absolutely every right to send me articles and to comment on things, as long as that information is not made public by them or myself. I don't see why that should be a crime. I don't see anything wrong with people writing to me, exchanging links to articles. What's wrong with that? Of course, there's nothing wrong with that, but we have to remember that Thailand is not a democracy. It is now a dictatorship, so something as simple as that can be well, qualified as some type of terrible crime for which you have to be locked up. I mean, this whole thing is just an extension of what is happening in Thailand, where Thai people are losing their rights and they're being put in prison simply for exchanging information. And it's just yet another excuse, just another example of well, the type of abuse of this law, which of course should be abolished. The United Nations has said so. Now, I think that's all I've got to say on the matter, really, because I mean, I think most people will realise the situation. They will understand that what we've got in Thailand is a junta. It's a jumped-up military junta made up of golpistas who don't respect the institutions, don't respect the law, and they are using, again, lèse majesty law to discredit people, to make out that there's a conspiracy, to lock people up, even on the flimsiest of evidence like this. Somebody 4 years ago sent me a link to an article which they thought was interesting, and they're in jail for that. Where's the justice in that? And the only reason why the junta is doing this is because they're afraid of people criticising them. They're afraid that we're criticising them, and they're whipping up a case from 4 years ago. Suddenly it's in the news, and my name is there, Emilio Esteban, linked again, when in reality people write to me quite often because, well, like I said, I'm an advisor to the Thai Alliance for Human Rights, and no doubt there'll be another case where somebody is detained or arrested for writing to me, and they've got every right to send me articles, etc., etc. Apparently Thanet is accused of sending content deemed a threat to national security and on the computer system. I mean, these are just the same things that they say over and over again, instigating unrest. I mean, you've got to know that this, I mean, this is ridiculous. How can you instigate unrest by sending somebody a link to an article that has been published on the internet? I mean, it's very obviously politically motivated. And I would ask all the charities and all the campaigning groups to demand that the junta freeze Thanet, because this is quite obviously another of those lèse majesty cases where they are trying to link activists and dissidents to people that have absolutely nothing to do with any of this. Thanet is completely innocent. He has never ever said anything to me about the royal family. Suicha didn't say anything to me, and neither did Nat. All of them have been accused of corresponding with me and sending articles to newspapers, but I mean, anybody can do that. Anybody, we do that all the time. It's perfectly normal. So I mean, really, that's all I've got to say. I will, of course, continue to to express my opinions, because I'm, like I said, I'm involved with the Thai Alliance, and I think I've got every right to express my opinions for that reason. I think that gives me the right and the legitimate right to do that, and I will continue to be critical with the monarchy in the same way that Giles G is critical with the monarchy, and in the same way that Rose Amanport in London is critical as well. We all have that right. We have the right to express our opinion. And can I just take this opportunity to say that I believe that it's not just lèse majesty law that should be abolished in Thailand. Okay, that's my personal opinion. This is not the opinion of any particular group. I think that it's time for the monarchy to be abolished in Thailand. I think that the king and the queen and the rest of the chakris are doing a lot of damage to Thailand's democracy and to Thailand's people, and I think that if we remain silent on this issue and just skirt around the issue, asking for the abolition of 112, we're only making the problem worse. I think it's the monarchy that must be abolished in Thailand, and Thailand should be declared a republic. Okay, that's my view, and I think it's a perfectly valid political point of view. It's not shared by any of the people who correspond with me, and it's not shared by the Thai Alliance for Human Rights, because I'm not a member of that organisation. I'm only an advisor to the Board of Advisors. But that is my personal opinion, and I will continue to campaign for a Thai republic, even if I have to do it alone. I know that the punishment for asking for a Thai republic and the overthrow of the monarchy is the death sentence in Thailand, so it's much more severe than 112. And I mean, I understand that, and I would not expect anybody to get involved in something as serious as that. But that's what I believe. I think that Thailand would be better off as a republic. And after this coup, I have decided to say that. I have decided to make these programs and say it very clearly, and I will continue to say it. The junta in Thailand, which is illegitimate, can make up any number of cases, accuse innocent people of corresponding with me in some type of conspiracy, but it's all absolutely false. It's all absolutely false, and it's a political campaign designed to intimidate me and intimidate other people around me, but it's not going to work. I think that this type of abuse of the law and this type of political intimidation is repugnant, but it's what we can expect from Private Chanocha and his nasty little junta. The fight continues.